Hi, you guys. I'm Dr. Meller, and I have a little company called Healing Lux. And if you've been on any social media, I also started a Facebook group called Energy Medicine for Growth Mindset. So, what does that mean, and why that type of a title? So, energy medicine is an umbrella term for any type of modality that works with some underlying principles, understanding the body's energy systems. So just like in allopathic or traditional medicine, they will tell you your body runs on 10 basic bodily systems, right? Your endocrine system, your limbic system, your reproductive system, your cardio system, and so on. You have different energy systems. So you may have heard of acupuncture or the meridians. So that's one. The meridians are one of your energy systems, and acupuncturists are trained to work in that modality. If you've heard of a Reiki master or heard of people who work with the chakras, chakras are another one of your energy systems, and there are multiple different ways to be able to work with those. So those are just a handful of examples that fall within the realm of our energy systems. So energy medicine is a way to work with and talk to those systems. So you can have an infinite number of activities that are considered energy medicine, if you will. So yoga is definitely a form of energy medicine. You can think of it as like a passive alignment. If you add, say, Lauren Walker's work, energy medicine yoga, you are now you're tipping yoga from a potentially passive energetic alignment activity into a very active energetic alignment activity. What I mean by that is passive alignment is essentially a placebo effect. So people take a pill or something along those lines, and it was a sugar pill, but yet they got better. Why? What happened? And so that's that understanding of the incredible power between the mind and body connection. What happened within the body, within this series of systems that we have, without any outside intervention, just the pure thought that some outside intervention worked was enough for this individual to shift. Well, what I do, we call that, passive energetic alignment. Passive energetic alignment is awesome. And if we could all just passively align, that would be lovely and that'd be amazing. It doesn't quite work that way. Alignment can be messy. And self-help and self-care, right? We like to think of it as like a really great workout or a bubble bath or a girls' night out. And that is all definitely within the umbrella. But a lot of the really deep self-care work is a lot more complicated and challenging than a bubble bath. But it could be done in a bubble bath. But it might involve a lot more emotional work, deeper work, and things that maybe feel ugly or very, very vulnerable. And so sometimes we can do that work in a lot of therapy groups or individualized therapy. There's a whole host of the eye movement therapy and the trauma informed care, and I mean there is a therapy for everything. Maybe you've tried that. Maybe you've tried all those therapies and they didn't quite work for you. Well, that passive alignment just wasn't in the cards for your body that day for whatever reason. So rather than trying to rely on passive alignment, why not go to the source? Why not learn how to speak to these energy systems within your body? Learn what and how you hold where and why, your thinking process, and how you can create neural pathways that are actually constricting or exacerbating some of the issues that you felt with, only because you just didn't have better tools to implement at that time when you started to have to cope with this situation. So whether it's trauma, right? We can say adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, trauma. Whether it's something maybe that happened in your adult life. So maybe a diagnosis that's been particularly painful. So say rheumatoid arthritis or some other form of autoimmune disorder. Energy medicine has a way to help you look at the puzzles of your body in a unique perspective so that you can help navigate that situation with tools that are truly asked for by your body. So what do you mean by truly asked for by your body? I mean using kinesiology muscle testing to determine what is a priority or what is or isn't beneficial for you at that time. So if you feel like investing in learning about this amazing healing process is something that you're interested in, you can look up any of Donna Eden's work or the Eden Method, because the Eden Method is the most comprehensive one to teach you about all of these energy systems. And the teachings come from an infinite number of cultural teachings throughout the years, history books. Basically, Donna has done all the work and funneled all of these teachings from every corner of the world for you, how they view these systems in the body and the overlap between these modalities and understanding of these underlying puzzle pieces to our body. So then what you can do is you can learn about all that on your own, and you can find a way to map it onto you and create your perfect recipe. For some of us, a little bit of guidance, right? Something to tap onto. What does she mean when she says a radiant circuit? What does a triple warmer mean? I don't understand why spleen is so important. You can remove it and still be fine, right? So you start getting into all these things and a lot of questions manifest. And that's where a practitioner can be super helpful. So the understanding about energy medicine is that energy medicine will not cure necessarily, insert some disease or something here. But what it does do is it gives you a way to understand the underlying properties of your energy systems within your body and give you a way to help align those. And the passive alignment that comes from when your underlying systems and your energy systems are aligned is profound. And so really the idea is that if you have been doing modality after modality after modality, but you have not seen shifts that you find that you're hoping for, you might be one of my analogies for energy is that it's like baking a cake. And in that case, you're trying to add the flour after you baked your cake. Meaning whatever treatment or modality or something that you're receiving or trying to do, it's just not blending well with all of the pieces to your personal puzzle. And so what an energy medicine practitioner can help you do is help you learn to align your ingredients individually and make sure that they're all exactly what they need to be before we start to mix and blend your cake. And then, of course, you can't just dump them all in at once, right? You need to make sure your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients are taken together. Depending on the type of cake you're making, you might only need egg whites instead of the whole egg. So again, this idea of baking a cake, right? There's so many different cakes out there. But a German chocolate cake and a red velvet cake, they're completely different cakes. But they still have very similar, similarities in their underlying ingredients. So all of us are essentially these exquisite, amazing cakes. And if your cake isn't baked exactly the way it's meant to, right? Maybe you feel like your cake fell, or you feel like it's still a little gooey. It's not done baking yet. Or maybe there's just a mix match in some of the ingredients and you want to work with some of those. Finding an energy medicine practitioner that resonates with you, that you feel like you could talk to or, tell more about your story with, then they can help use kinesiology muscle testing, determine your priority, help you learn how to talk to those ingredients, and help you mix, hopefully, what you feel is the most exquisite cake of your life. If you have any questions, let me know.